if you need any FIFA 19 Ultimate Team coins, check out mulefactory.com. They're cheap and reliable, very fast serviced, and also use my discount code iHaz5 when checking out to get a decent discount. What is up? Welcome to episode number 15 of Trading to 1 Million Coins. And in this video, I'm going to go over some Bundesliga Player of the Month investments, an SBC guide, and how to make some coins. Before we do get into that, I want to say thank you for the support on the channel continued over the last weekend. It has been mad. I want to say thank you for 92,000 subscribers, just 8,000 more to hit the dream of 100k. So it'd mean the world if you could hit that subscribe button down below. Also, the pinned comment from last video was sent in by Sam Barnes, and he said, just bought a bunch of Alba sissies, not in hopes one was yours, but because he's a beast. So yeah, if you do not know, Alba Sissi is still sat on my transfer list. You will see shortly, and eventually, who knows, he might sell on one day. But yeah, if you bought a bunch of them, sadly one of those cards was not mine. So the Bundesliga Player of the Month, apparently it will come out this Wednesday, so very soon. If not, I believe we will see it on Friday, but it's coming soon. These investments are actually quite late, so sorry for the video being a bit late. In the background now, you can just see some speed ups of me picking up a couple cards, but then I will break down my investment squads and why I've chose every single player. So the standout player to win the Bundesliga Player of the Month is Reus. So how the voting works for Bundesliga Player of the Month is slightly different to Premier League. So with the Bundesliga one, it's 40% for the fan vote, then 30% is actually from the captains of the teams, I believe, and then 30% is from like the analysts, the board, or whoever like that is. So 40% is fan vote. I'm saying about 35% of the fan vote will vote for Reus, just because everyone wants a Reus Player of the Month, to be honest. Also, compared to the other players, like Reus actually deserves the Player of the Month. Like, it's not 100% guaranteed, but I'm 90% sure we will be getting a Reus Player of the Month. So now I'm going to hop into the console, show you guys my investment squads and the reasoning behind each player. So on the console here, I have made 3 different squads for investment. So we have German, Bundesliga and Dortmund. So basing off other Player of the Months, if it's Reus, basically we can be looking at a Dortmund squad, a German squad, a Bundesliga squad, and then I will go into some of the teams he's played against. So it could be that, it may be his previous teams. It's hard to tell, but these are the main 3 investments, and 2 of them apply to the other players anyway, pretty much. But so first off, I'll start with the Dortmund squad. So here, I've only actually picked up a few cards. So the Dortmund squad, if it's like the Hazard one, like with Chelsea, it required a whole team of Chelsea players, so a whole team of Dortmund players. I believe the Chelsea one was just like, it was a decent rating, nothing really too special here. But the players I've invested in, I've gone for Kagawa because he's an 83 rated, so he's high rated in the Bundesliga on his own, 1.8k, so it's still pretty expensive. Ideally, you'd want to pick him up for about 1.5 or less, but it's okay there. Then I've gone for the right mid of Wolf, just because wingers on this game, there's only like one for there's only one right mid, there's only one left mid, so they will go up. He's only 600 coins. I've gone for Piszczek because he's an 81 rated right back, and the fullbacks usually go up a lot. And then my other fullback, I've gone for Schmelzler here. So I did actually pick up one inform card because maybe they would require an inform. So I can see here. So here I've got Pascal Alsara, and I picked him up for 13,750 coins. So not too much over his minimum buy now, so we are okay there. So that is the squad. I reckon it will be maybe not a full Bundesliga squad, maybe like 5 Bundesliga players, and then Dortmund players, and then an inform card. But right now on the market, there are so many different special cards literally there at all. There's so many special cards for the Champions League. So I noticed this when I was looking for an inform card. There's so many Champions League cards on the market. EA will do an SBC 100%, which requires them. I'm not sure when it will be, but 100% EA will do an SBC to which requires them to submit, because that's how they clean the cards off the market. So I picked up 2 of these cards here. They're the cheapest. So I got Hits for 4,000 coins, and I got Road for 3.8k. So both of these cards work if it's Dortmund, work if it's Bundesliga, Road worked if it's German, and it might just be the SBC and requires a special card. So special could be Inform, could be Champions League, could be Man of the Match. I think there's even like a FUT swap card you can do, or like a player pick, I'm not too sure, but I just picked up these 2 Champions League cards. They're a good investment anyway because like 4,000 coins. Like I don't even think you can list them much cheaper than that anyway. Yeah, the minimum. I know you can list them for 400 coins. Didn't know that, but like that is how cheap they are on the mark. So that's the Dortmund squad. Nothing too special there, but the Champions League cards I feel like is a good like hidden investment. And I wouldn't be surprised if EA throws an SBC where for Reus you need like a full squad of those Champions League cards. Like the squad would only cost you about 50k, but I would not be surprised if EA did that. So the next squad here, I'm going to go for the Bundesliga squad, and there is a lot of overlap between these 3 squads. So here, the Bundesliga squad, I didn't pick up any additional investments because I feel like the ones I picked up had covered everything. But if you want to look at any, you want to basically look at some of the 84 rated players. So Haradaki there in goal is a decent card. Javi Martinez, if we need a high rated squad, is a decent one. He isn't too expensive. In the defence, Tar and Toprak are very good cards. However, they have already risen up quite a lot. Again, you want to be looking at the wing back. So Schulz, he is quite cheap on the market. I think he's only like 800 coins roughly. Searching the transfer list. He's only like 700, 800 coins. So he isn't too expensive. But yeah, Bundesliga squad, nothing really special about it. Just link up for some Dortmund players and then some German players there. And then the final squad, which I've got in the concepts, is actually my German team. So this one, of course, you have German players from Dortmund, you have German players in the Bundesliga, but you want to be looking at players from other leagues and just where they actually are a bit cheaper. So the 2 cards I think are a decent investment to pick up. We've got Leno, 84 rated German goalkeeper. He's the cheapest German 84 on FIFA right now. And then he gets a strong link to Mustafi again. 82 rated defender. He is pretty cheap as well. You can pick him up for like 1.2 thousand coins. He's only an 82, but the strong link there, both German. So maybe EA will throw in some very high rated team, because obviously this Reus needs to be pretty expensive. He's going to be a high rated card on FIFA. So if you want to pick up a high rated card, Toni Kroos, he's about 60,000 coins. It's pretty risky, but he hasn't really inflated up in price too much. So I don't know. I don't reckon Kroos will be needed. Like a high rated team that high won't be needed. But say you've got a load of like 70 rated players and then you chuck in your 90 rated Kroos, it might actually balance the squad out and you might be able to get it a bit cheaper. And then another 83 is Draxler. Again, one of the sort of cheaper priced German players that you can actually pick up. So now the last player, which I think is a clever investment. So we have Howardez here. So he isn't actually in the Bundesliga, but he's a German inform, 84 rated. And wait, is he? Why? I swear there's some of him on the market. I might have done my concept card wrong, but apparently there's none of his card on the market. So I doubt he can't be extinct surely. But Howardez, his inform card, he was going for about 14,000 coins. So he is a nice, it's a bit risky because he's only German. It's not Bundesliga or Dortmund. But I doubt EA would have a thing where all 11 players have to be from Bundesliga. So Howardez's inform card could be a decent investment. But I would say the riskiest one where the most coins to be made are those Champions League cards. Because no one has really bumped them up in price. Nobody's really looking at them. Everyone's just going for the standard informs, nations and teams. But those Champions League cards, they're sort of like the hidden gem of the investment, and maybe they could be the ones to go up and make a lot of coins. I want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. As you saw the clip at the start, I have a crazy sniping video coming later this week. Smash the notification bell. Just everything. You want to see that video. You never know. If this video hits 600 likes, I will drop the sniping video as soon as it does. But yeah, it will be coming next week. Guys, get hyped. It's the craziest sniping I've ever seen on FIFA, to be honest. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you on my next video.